You got a weight on your stand.
A weight?
You got a weight on your stand.
Oh.
Just fly by
There is
night.
one right over here.
We'll be alright. We'll be alright. We'll be alright.
Just remember.
I'm pretty gentle.
Like, fuck. Nothing about you says gentle.
No?
I don't really know you. So, you know. Just saw you manhandle 150 pounds of fucking stands on the way out the door. Like, it ain't
The
no
body
thing.
bag.
I don't know.
Rayfield Studios!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rayfield Studios. It's Tuesday, so it's podcouch time. This time we got Absorb from Hamilton, Ontario.
Yeah. Hailing from Hamilton, guys.
Fuck
What's
yeah.
up? Thank you guys so much for coming in, man.
Thanks for having
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
fucking
Thanks for having us,
sets,
man. This was a really great time.
What a fucking thick, heavy set, dude.
Thick.
Appreciate it.
With
Like
three
Donald,
C's.
like Donald Trump trying to say thick,
Yeah.
man. It's that thick boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it sounded fucking great. Yo, where are you guys tuned, by the way?
complete standard.
Oh, yeah?
Complete
Complete
standing.
standard.
Completely
The
standard.
thickness really comes from the octaves.
Oh, okay,
We
gotcha.
run we stack distortions, but it starts with an octave.
So,
Just makes it
Yeah, B standard.
real crunchy.
be standard on the 8 strings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sevens.
Sevens,
Sevens.
Oh, they're 7s, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I can't count, so that's cool.
There's a
No.
BJ.
That's awesome, man. No, it sounded fucking great.
Jay's got like an extra 6 string on his bass. So it's,
Yeah, I checked
There's,
out.
there's
Actually,
levels,
like,
right?
yeah.
There's, there's 7s and 6s and math.
The math involved?
Math?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Those numbers?
Yeah.
That's why it's so thick.
Yeah.
Dumb thick.
Like a dumpling, yeah.
Well, I think it was like the third song that you guys played,
Cecilia.
where you had like, it would drop right down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
It
then
kept
it
dropping.
would slow down too. But
Yeah.
then when it came back up, it would kind of just speed up that little
Yeah.
bit, so it fucking.
I love that about the live version of it.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
So we
just,
like,
just the tempo
Yeah.
shift,
Yeah.
like you can just play with it like a little more than
Really
than
natural
you do
though.
in
It
the
wasn't like
studio, yeah.
forced.
Yeah,
it's not like that. So when on the album, it's not recorded that way.
Right.
That's just something we kind of started fucking around with live.
Yeah.
And,
It like pumps the
It
energy
just
up
kind of
that
stuck,
little
you know
bit.
what I mean? Because they play the riff and then they do the same thing. I don't know,
Like
lower,
lower,
semitone
yeah.
down, let's say, and just I thought one day, well, fuck it, I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw a curveball at these boys and
Yeah.
see if they can catch it, and they did,
Yeah.
and it worked.
It's
So
a good swing, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It suits it for sure. It suits
Yeah.
it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you guys played, is it Smog, your latest release? Or
Yeah,
did you
the-
played that in its entirety for
Yeah,
us?
yeah.
Sweet, man.
Fuck yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you guys very much. And then you busted out Rot, but we might not.
no,
Is
we'll
that
keep
one-
it. You know, it was live. I messed up.
Yeah.
So whatever, but it sounded pretty good.
I'll
so
tell you
we'll
what,
keep
nobody's
it.
gonna care because it's gonna
Yeah,
be
we
sick.
listened back to it. I didn't hear it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep
Like-
it. It is what it is.
Push
Yeah.
it out like that.
Yeah. It did sound good. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it sounded fucking amazing. When did you guys release that latest one there?
July 26th.
6, yeah.
Oh, so it's
It's
fresh.
fresh.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fresh.
brand new,
We've
eh?
been playing it for a while before we decided to. Like when we recorded it, that was back in like December.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was already written in its entirety, ready to go, and because the record is about half an hour, a lot of times like that's our set when we go and play
Yeah.
anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, that's
Sweet.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Whereabouts do you guys record that at?
Schoolhouse
Schoolhouse?
with
Is that-
Nick and Andy.
Shout
It's-
out.
Where is it? It's just
It's in. It's technically Dundas.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
With Nick Jen and Andrew Dimitrish. Andy, I'm sorry if I messed that up.
Nice.
But that's our second EP, I guess, if you want to call it, that we've done with them. And
They do great work.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
great work
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Fucking
really
sounds
easy. A lot of
good.
fun, really chill. It was just a
Easy
great
to work
time, man.
with, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of just let us do what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
So for the record, we used 2 amp heads, like an A and B, and they were going at the same time, and we just fucking dimed
Right.
it, and
Yeah.
then it was going through all of our pedals and all that, like we stacked everything.
Yeah.
I also think like we kind of sunk into the process with them a little more on this second one. Like that's just the way that
Yeah.
like things move, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But like this time around, like we did basically like a live off the floor pre-pro, and
sweet.
everything kind of got beat mapped that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like to me, it really helps make the studio recordings feel like visceral and like
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, it captures that energy that you know that you have, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you lock it into like a standard like 120 BPM, or you guys are probably at like 3 or 4 BPM, right? And then
We sit around 90.
yeah,
Maybe 90.
That's all right.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it like it'll be at about 100 for about like a minute or so.
yeah.
And then we bring it back down,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
flows.
It's good to have that fluctuation, right?
Yeah,
Because it gets
absolutely.
pretty stale when
It
you're
keeps
just
it
like,
interesting.
Yeah.
That's the most
It's a little
important
too
part,
drony.
right? Especially
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
writing a track that's like 8+ minutes.
Yeah,
You know, you
and
gotta
it's just
keep
the
the
same.
listener engaged.
Yeah.
And even just us performing it, we want to have fun with it, right? So
Yeah.
And then like we were talking earlier, like we wrote this last album during COVID,
Right.
so we had
All the time.
We had like 2 years to
Yeah.
basically
Tighten
sit
it up
and
and-
hammer this album
Yeah.
out. We've been sitting on this album for quite a while now, right?
Yeah.
And it's good to finally get it out, but we are ready to move on.
Yeah.
And we are. I'll let Jeff take this next.
Just writing out a couple new tracks.
Nice.
A couple.
Well, trying to get a full length going now.
A full length, oh, sweet.
Banged out a couple EPs, so
Yeah.
it's time now.
It is time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, do you do most of the writing then, or how does it usually
I mean,
come
well,
about?
Me and Dave kind of, we just
Yeah.
like hash out a couple riffs here and there.
Well, a lot of it, like we'll have an idea of a riff or a concept of a song, and we'll work together to kind of flesh out.
Play with it.
Like we co-compose a lot
Right.
of it.
and then we all get together, and there's always tweaks and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Like
So-
Barth will, add his beats or his
Yeah.
style
Tempo
to it,
changes or-
and that will change the way like the overall track will flow. And then we get Jay in there, and he'll do like his bass thing. Sometimes we'll leave room for him to
Nice.
do kind of like a bass walk.
Yeah.
When we're writing, we kind of keep that stuff in mind, and then we just throw Eric on top there, and
Yeah.
he'll have his idea of what this like his. The way he wants to do his vocals
Pattern.
or whatever, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that will also kind of shape it too, and then we'll kind of like roughly record it and then take it home, listen to it a bunch of times, and then come back in with our critiques.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's a whole process.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
It's probably why the songs are so fucking solid.
Yeah.
Dude, Absorb is the right name for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
you just get absorbed into those fucking tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
It's,
they're
it's a
long.
sick name, and it matches the sound perfectly.
Yeah, dude.
Also, like made a good decision to go with an A name,
Yeah.
because then you're just like at the top of
Oh,
whatever
that's true, yeah.
track listings
that's
for the
true.
week or whatever.
Yeah. True, eh?
Yeah.
Little life hack there.
yeah.
Fuck, that's hilarious.
So you guys must have all been in previous bands before you guys got together. How long have you guys known each other?
Well, I've known these guys since.
Yeah. No,
Known him
Dave,
forever, he's
yeah,
my
me and
brother.
Jeff are brothers, and
So,
I've known
Oh,
Dave
nice.
for almost 20 years now, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Since like high
it's
school.
been a band
Shit,
like
yeah.
what, 12, almost 13 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
been a
been
while.
doing it. We were playing in bands before that. We were in a death metal band.
Laser Piss.
Laser
Laser
Piss,
Piss, yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
doing vocals back then, and I also played guitar in another band, and we used to rehearse in the same building but in different rooms.
Right.
So we were always partying and chilling and all that stuff.
Right.
And then Laser Piss kind of came about, and that kind of fizzled out after like a year or so, and because we were just like it was like 200 beats per minute,
Right.
and it was super cool stuff. But it was hard to find a drummer like who consistently do that.
Stay
Right,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, and so we kind of changed our direction a little bit, and I just wanted to play guitar, so I just jumped on the guitar, and we were searching for a vocalist. We put out like a scratch demo of one of our tracks called Hatred. That's ended up being on our first record, and Barth ended up picking up that track, listening to it. We knew him because he played in another band called Mala.
Oh, yeah.
And we played a set with
So
him.
cool.
We became friends, and he wanted to come out and rehearse with us, and the rest was kind of history.
Man showed up.
Yeah.
He
Nice.
Killed it.
Yeah, so they put out a video, a really, I wouldn't say low quality, but
It was a little.
it was quick, right?
Right.
But it was good and it was catchy. And Hatred was like, if anybody's heard it before, go back listen to it. If anybody has our first album, but it was like real slow and it was kind of what we are. You just heard what we are, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, shit, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
And so I just answered the Facebook post. I had totally forgot about. I didn't even realize that these were the guys from Laser Piss.
Right.
And so I just said, hey man, like I'll come try out for you. And okay. And I came down to Jam Space, and the rest is history. man.
Yeah.
And that was 12 years ago now.
Yeah. Wow. Eh?
So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long
It
time.
creeps up
Flies.
on you quick,
Yeah.
eh? Yeah.
Absolutely, it's
Well,
crazy, man.
yeah.
The days are just fucking clicking by.
Yeah, time is relative,
Wow.
right? And you know, being in a band with each other for that long, that it allows us to cook. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
We've gotten past the point now. We're all gelled.
Yeah.
You know, we're all more or less on the same page on our direction of what we want to do with our sound. And
Yeah.
so writing process is usually fairly quick.
Yeah.
Like you got the rhythm section right here. The three of us. Are,
Yeah.
I think pretty tight.
Yeah, no, you guys are
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
tight. That's what I was going to bring up next. Like, even just the punch-ins, right, where like the song kind of takes a little open break, and then you all just come in like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tits on perfect.
Yeah,
dude.
like
Yeah.
when
It's
we were
great.
doing sound check and shit, like I just kind of play my thing, and Dave does his thing, and it's like we sound check one another pretty
Right.
good because we can anticipate each other. Same
I
with
kind
Jay.
of blend in and then.
Yeah. And then Jeff does. He's experimenting a lot more.
Right.
I want to say than we ever used to on our previous recordings.
Sounds sick.
And it's I think the atmosphere that Jeff brings with his
Yeah, a little more high-end stuff,
yeah.
reverby
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
and then
Hell yeah.
the newest member is Eric. He's been with us
Like 2
just
years.
over
right,
2,
right,
maybe
right.
3 years now.
Yeah.
Coming
Yeah.
straight from the beach.
I picked up at
But-
a show.
Yeah, we picked him up at a show, but I'll let somebody else tell that. I'll let Eric tell that story. But when he brings like his pedal board and shit,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
he's got that. He has a sample pad that we use for our live shows.
Yeah.
It just brings a whole other dimension.
Oh,
He
yeah, man.
actually puts
Yeah.
effects on his vocals.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking anything away from the previous vocalists that we've had in the band before because Eric's our fourth vocalist.
Right.
But it just brings a whole new atmosphere to
Yeah.
the sound and just a different vibe.
Yeah.
And I really think we kind of nailed it
Yeah,
as a band on our
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
last
man.
offering for everybody, right?
yeah,
So,
I would say so too.
Yeah, the sound changed after we wrote and recorded and released Worm Dust.
Yeah,
When we were writing Rot, and at that point we didn't have a vocalist. And so we were looking for vocalists, and we were talking about like what we wanted our vocalists to be. And prior to that, they were all death growls,
Right.
and we were like, let's expand a little bit because
Get some depth in the vocals
Yeah,
and
get
all
some.
that.
Well, it's not just that too, but like us as artists, we're also growing a little bit too, And so we wanted to broaden our spectrum of our sound, and of course, once Eric came around, we were like, yeah, this is what we need, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we're always sort of experimenting with every new release. There's always like something new we're pushing, you know what I mean? Whether it be Eric joining the band, which was basically an experiment, the way he adds the, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
effects
His
and all that good
effects
shit.
and yeah.
But like even Smog kind of was a little bit of a runoff from Rock, but still keeping the same
Yeah.
feel and everything. But
Yeah.
we're always kind of pushing the boundaries and experimenting. And
Yeah.
with his effects and all the delays and all that shit. It's
Sounds
just
so
ability, you know what I mean?
fucking cool.
yeah,
man.
it's good to add
Thank you.
growth
For
to
sure,
next,
exactly.
from
Yeah.
And
release to
different
release,
effects
right?
in
It's
different
good to-
spots too. So it's not like
No,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
you use it for the song.
Yeah. That's like the main goal, especially like when these guys are like writing new stuff. I'm just constantly like thinking about like if I'm an external listener,
Yeah.
how to make this interesting or how to move this vibe along or whatever.
Yeah.
And the effects, like I don't use them as a crutch. It's more just to elevate certain moods or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Serving the sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Eh? Been
That
saying
that
for a
comes
while.
up quite often, I think.
For a few years we've been
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
You gotta serve the sound.
It's what the song needs, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely, right?
Fucking right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys were just talking about like before that some new music and stuff. Do you have any sort of idea when you're going to get back in the studio and get
Well,
stuff
we were
on the
hoping-
roll? Or
We were hoping to be ready for the studio by the end of the year. We picked up. We were gonna try to be a little, like in terms of shows and playing gigs all the time. We were trying to hold off on doing that a lot and focus more on the writing. But a lot of good gigs came around, and so we picked them up. So it's kind of like that balance between writing and going out and playing.
Yeah.
Both are incredibly important to us.
yeah, for sure.
So we're hoping like early next year we should be studio ready.
Sweet.
And like the recording process and then the mixing and mastering could take
Yeah.
a couple months,
For
right?
sure, right.
So, I mean, best case scenario,
This time next year.
tail
right?
end of next year, we should have a record like ready to be released.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like, I mean, so where are we now? We're mid August.
Yes.
Yeah.
We released our album 2 weeks ago into July. The album was done in March.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just when you finish it, like, okay, when are we gonna have? Like, it takes time now to plan your CD release too, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, true,
it's
yeah.
all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I think what we need to do on this one is take a more pragmatic approach. And yes, if we're gonna hit the studio in January, we got to start looking for a release show in July
Right.
at the same time we hit the studio.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of, and it's not new. I'm not going to say we're doing anything new here, but a release per year for us really seems to have driven a lot more interest in us.
Yeah.
So we're getting shit like this. Sorry, stuff like this. I didn't mean to say shit,
No,
but
you can
stuff
swear.
like
You
this.
can call it shit. Yeah.
Whereas,
It's the
whereas
shit.
before, when we released an album every 3-4 years, the interest dies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there would we could reach out to you and say, hey, can we come do it? Who the fuck are you guys? But at least being every year, it keeps it in people's minds. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I remember they released an album last year.
Yeah,
it stays
relevant,
Let's see what they're
yeah.
gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking
so
right.
it seems to be working for us, keeping that momentum going. It's hard. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Come out with shit like this, like with the music we're releasing.
yeah, you know
Like,
what I
it's
mean.
worth
Like,
it, you know?
like
Yeah.
It's heavy as
we
fuck.
gained
Yeah.
we've gained
Yeah.
quite a bit of interest from a lot of other avenues that we wouldn't. We've done what 5 interviews this year.
Oh,
And I mean,
Oh, nice.
you know what? Maybe they're not much, but to us, like for the previous 11 years of the band, we never did one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, we're doing all these interviews, and
Yeah.
it's keeping interest
Yeah.
in us, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it seems to be working. It seems to be a formula that I think we should stick with. Just to be in everybody's
Yeah.
minds, like,
Yeah.
hey, what's Absorb doing? Oh fuck, they're back in the studio.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Like I just saw them on Ryfield or
Yeah.
whatever other interview we just done. Oh, cool, man. I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear it. So it seems to be working. So
Yeah, I feel like that's why we're kind of in like an EP world right now, where everybody can bust
Right?
out 4 or
And-
5
and-
songs every
and-
few months or every
and that's
year
the
or
thing with all
something.
the reviews that we've had over the last few weeks. Oh, when's a full length coming out? Well, okay, that's
Yeah.
what we're working on. So
Yeah.
we've got 8 songs right now.
there's a total of 8. One of them is more of like
The ambient sound.
an
Right.
ambient kind of sound.
But we're still writing too.
Yeah, we're
so-
still. It's still
Played
the
earlier.
process,
Yeah.
right?
Those
Like
effects,
right
those are
now,
the one we
they're
got going.
more or
sweet.
less
Yeah.
just proof of concepts.
Right.
So we need to fully flesh out, and then catalog exactly what we have. Make cuts or make additions, and
Yeah.
So it's a long process.
Yeah.
We're in the
Oh, yeah.
early stages.
Yeah, we're in the early stages
Yeah,
of
sweet.
it. But
It's
yeah,
coming along.
Yeah,
But you just wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a full length next year.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
right.
promise.
Got to
Don't
make sure
lie to
you.
them. It could be just another 2-track.
But it would still be 30 minutes
Yeah,
long.
exactly.
Yeah. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah,
You're
that's
getting
right.
a 2-track, 40-minute.
I'm into that, man. That'd be sweet. Press one song on vinyl on one side, and then side two. Hell yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I'll buy
you
one right
never
now.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're our goal is about 40 minutes worth of music.
Right. Right.
However we get there and how many tracks it is to be determined.
Yeah.
To
Sweet,
be
man.
determined.
Do you guys
make sure
usually-
you follow Absorb so you don't fucking miss out anything.
Yeah.
Live shows too. You got any shows coming up?
We got one at Koi in September. Was it the 20th?
20th.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then we have another one in October 17th.
Yeah, 16th-ish, something like that. Yeah.
Quote me on that. Let's see.
And then we got two in November, I think the 8th and 9th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereabouts though?
Is that
one's
London and
Toronto.
Hamilton or St. Catharines?
No.
I think it's Hamilton and Toronto. I
Thank
think
you,
they were
Eric.
playing Hard Luck.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hard luck, sweet.
Yeah, we're
Sweet.
looking at September 20th. It's going to be back in Hamilton at Coy. October 15th, it's going to be Toronto. November 8th, back in Hamilton at the Doors.
Nice.
And then the 9th, back in Toronto. So it's going to be a busy early November.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Swing by, say hi.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Yeah, we're doing a little
There's
flip flop
the
between the
live.
two big cities.
And then I want to bring it up here since they're on the wall. December 14th, I believe.
Yep.
We are doing another Lover's Teeth Christmas show at the Doors.
Nice.
Oh, sick.
Charity, big time charity.
Yeah,
Sweet.
charity.
Last year was incredible.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
They're kind of our like musical world wife or
Yeah.
husband. I don't know. Are we the wife or are we the husband?
They're our friends.
Just
Good way to put it.
That was a slick save, bro.
But yeah,
Anyway.
we've had like this budding partnership with Lover's Teeth.
Yeah,
and
Lover's
it's
Teeth is
honestly been
awesome,
so
man.
good.
yeah, they're
man.
great dudes.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
just
dude.
been really great to like kind of ping pong off of another band and,
Yeah.
and just work together at stuff like.
Yeah.
I think Caro books probably like 95% of their shows,
Right.
and if not all of it. But he works his butt off, and like the Christmas show, like he's smart about it where. There's a lot of different styles of music, and he like ramps it up properly, and,
Nice.
and it's just he always has like tons of thought put into it, and it's
Yeah.
been really fun playing alongside them because like they try their hardest to be like a professional band,
Yeah.
and I find that very like inspiring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're fucking awesome. Oh, that was December 14th, you said?
Yeah.
December
Yeah.
14th at the
How
Doors in
fucking
Hamilton. Yeah.
Fucking
Doors
right.
Love the Doors in Hamilton, man. Great fucking tacos.
Yeah. Every time I go there,
Oh my God.
smash two tacos.
Yeah.
so good.
This
Yeah.
this fella, he had his first set of tacos from there. What?
Our last show there. Our CD release show there.
Yeah.
And he orders tacos, and he says, "Man, these are awesome."
Yeah.
Never had them. He's
Playing here for like
nah,
10
I
years.
always eat dinner before I come here.
Fucked up.
So anyway,
Tacos.
Doors Pub, killer tacos.
Yeah,
we'll
man.
definitely not be eating dinner before any Doors show.
And
Ever again. Yeah.
like they're cheap too, right? Like
Yeah.
$6.
Yeah.
That's a
And
big.
they're filling,
yeah,
bro.
big
Like,
taco.
I have to
Filling.
eat like some of the taco stuffing
Should come with another
before
wrap.
I.
Yeah, for real.
Damn.
It's good.
But yeah, catch them live. Fuck, what was it? Koi?
Koi, yeah. September
Next.
20th.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Yeah.
follow these guys on their socials.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Fucking right.
at
Spotify.
Absorb Doom pretty much everywhere.
Good.
Nice.
So,
We can try and get some links down below in the little doobly-doo
Yeah.
description.
Hell yeah, man.
Fucking right.
Fucking A, guys. Any famous last words from Absorb before we get out of here?
I just want to thank you guys so much, man.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Such a
Like
great
this
time.
is really
sick.
chill.
We appreciate you guys
Yeah.
coming over.
Great
The
time.
setup is great. The sound was amazing.
Fucking
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You know, we may as a band have fucked up one
was
song,
great.
so give us a little bit of
Nope.
we don't play it very
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
So,
Get in the
you know.
comments and just roast them.
Yeah.
down
Go
below.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you guys
I'm
slayed
just
it,
kidding.
dude.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I'm probably
fucking
gonna
A,
be
guys.
slipping into Doors for that Lover's Teeth. and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I think last
If
year
we're
was
free, I'll
what,
be
8
there for
bands?
sure.
Beer with you?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
So
a huge
it's
packed
a
bill.
long night,
Everyone was great.
and everything goes to charity.
Nice.
The more you spend at the bar, the more the bar donates to
Yeah,
the
they
end of the
they
night.
matched
They get
in
a
it.
pretty
Even
So-
more reason to come.
Come out, have a great time, and
Listen to some good bands. And,
yeah, man.
Get some tacos.
Yeah.
Some
it.
tacos.
We got the cunt pillows slitting around.
Where's that?
Where's the
pillow?
pillow?
Oh,
You
I
said
got
that?
a count bill.
Here, hold that up and tell
Just
everybody see you
relaxing.
next Tuesday.
All right.
All right,
See you
guys.
next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, guys. Thanks
Later.
for coming in, man.
Thanks.
That was awesome.
Appreciate you.
Right.